Hello and welcome back to Mr. Mulher Music, and this time we're looking at bar lines. I want you to be able to add bar lines to suit the time signatures. Last time we had a look at filling in missing notes in a bar. This time you're going to put the bar lines in. Before we do that, let's go over everything that we need to know, and we'll do it really quickly. You should know this by now. Let's start then with our first note. It is the semibreve. It's a squished circle. It's held for 4 beats. The next note we looked at, the minim, squished circle with a stem. Below the middle line the stem goes up. Above the middle line the stem goes down. Next note, crotchet, squished circle, coloured in with a stem held for 1 beat. And the stems go the same way. And quaver, squished circle, coloured in with a stem up the side and a tail, and it's held for half a beat. If we've got 2 quavers, we can take the tails away and we can join them together. It makes it look tidier. Let's look at time signatures and bar lines then. So last time we looked at time signatures and we looked at what the 2 numbers meant. Do you remember? Let's have a look. The top number is how many beats there are in a bar. There could be 2, there could be 3, there could be 4, there could be 5, there could be 6, there could be however many numbers there are in a bar. The bottom number is the type of beat that's used. We're not worried too much about that at the moment. The number we're going to use on the bottom is 4, which means crotchet, which means 3/4 is 3 crotchet beats in a bar. Everything we do has to add up to 3. Now I've got an example piece of music. Let's have a look at this. I've taken this from BBC's 10 Pieces, Symphony No. 9, Largo. And this is one of the instrument parts. First thing we can see it's on treble clef. And there's loads of complicated things on here, but let's look at what we need to know. Time signature. It's in 4/4, so we know every bar has to add up to 4 beats. Here we have 2 minims. Minims are worth 2 beats each. After we've got those 2, adds up to 4, there is a bar line. Can you see that? Solid line that runs from the top line of the stave to the bottom. Then we've got 2 more minims. 2 beats each, adds up to 4, bar line. And can you see we've got that again? Finally, our last note on this line, can you see what that is? It's a semibreve. It's worth 4 beats, so at the end of that we have 1 more bar line. Let's move a bit further into this piece where it gets a little bit more tricky. Let's take note of the time signature. We're still in 4/4. And what else have we got here? Our first note is a minim, so it's worth 2 beats. We've then got connected all together 4 quavers. They're worth half a beat each. 4 of them worth half a beat. That makes 2 beats in total. We've got 4 beats, which means we then have our bar line. In our next bar we have, it looks a bit strange because there's a line through it, but it is a semibreve. Is worth 4 beats. That little line is called a ledger line. We'll look at those at another time. So 4 beats, that means that's the end of the bar. There's only 1 note in that bar because it fills it up. Finally, we've got a crotchet, followed by a crotchet, followed by a crotchet, followed by a crotchet. 4 beats, that completes our bar, and there's our bar line. So let's have a look at your task. Oh, so this is what I've done. I've written you a piece of music and I've forgotten to put the bar lines in, which makes it really difficult to play. So your job is going to be to fill in the bar lines. We start at the beginning of our piece. We know it's in 4/4 time, we've read that. And let's work it out. There's two ways to work it out. One, you can work it out in your head. Or you could write above or below each note how many beats they're worth, just like here. So we've got crotchet, 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 crotchet. That adds up to 4 beats, which means we then need to draw our bar line, a solid line that runs from the top line of the stave to the bottom line. Let's work out where our next bar line goes. We've got a minim, it's worth 2 beats. We've got some more crotchets, that's nice. Crotchet worth 1 beat. One more crotchet worth 1 beat. That adds up to 4 beats, so we draw our bar line. Solid line from the top line to the bottom. So now, tricky. We've got lots of quavers. Here we go. Quaver 1, Quaver 2, Quaver 3, Quaver 4, Quaver 5. 5 quavers, 2.5 beats so far. We've then got a crotchet. That's 1 more beat, 3.5 beats. We've then got 1 more quaver. That brings us up to 4 beats, and we draw 1 final bar line. Shall we do 1 more of these together before you have a go? Let's move the notes up and down a bit as well. Let's make it more difficult. And what else have I changed? Have you spotted it yet? Because you could make a big mistake here if you haven't spotted that we are in 3/4 time. It's really important you spot that we're in 3/4 time, because it means our bars need to add up to 3 this time. So here we go. First note is a crotchet, 1 beat. Another crotchet, 1 beat. Third crotchet for 1 beat. It brings us to those 3 beats, and we can draw our bar line. Then let's work out our next bar. I've got a crotchet worth 1 beat, a minim worth 2 beats. Oh, there's 3 beats, so let's draw our next bar line. Next we've got a crotchet worth 1 beat, another crotchet worth 1 beat. What have we got here? We've got 2 quavers, they're worth half a beat each. And then that must mean we add up to 3 now. There's our bar line. Let's see if we've got enough notes here to do 1 more bar line. We've got... Ooh. Have you spotted what's wrong with this note? Hopefully someone's shouting it back at me. It's a quaver, yes, but have you worked it out? It's above the middle line and the stem is pointing up. It should be pointing down, but it's worth half a beat. Our next note, we've got a crotchet, 1 beat, another quaver, this time pointing in the right direction, and finally 1 more crotchet. Yes, we have those 3 beats. We can draw our final bar line. So your task, add the bar lines. There's a worksheet to download from the description box below. If you can't print that off, don't worry. Open that, draw out the stave, draw the notes in yourself, and then put the bar lines in where they need to go. Now, this is difficult. If you struggle with it, just watch the bits of this video that help you out again. Just the bits you need to know. So maybe just look at my explanation, or maybe look at my examples. Whatever is going to help you complete the task. Good luck. As I said, it's difficult. When you've got the hang of it, you'll find it really easy.